Well, good Friday evening, everybody, and welcome to our Operating Crew giveaway for April 2025. I'm your host, Ray Arnott, and joining me is the executive producer of Around the Layout podcast, Paul Cassar. Paul, how are things down under, my friend?
Yes, beautiful day here in Sydney, so great weather, and I'm preparing to have Drew James from New York here tomorrow for a operating session, and he's just been across Australia on a train on the Indian Pacific, so he's pretty happy. He's had a good trip, and I get to meet him tomorrow, so look out for some photos.
Well, that's awesome. Awesome that he's able to get over there and yeah, he's going on quite a trip. Like you said, that big train trip across. Now, tell us, because did you take this one as well, Paul?
I've taken part of it. I've taken
Okay.
Sydney to Adelaide. It's the longest passenger train, I think, in the world, and it's certainly the longest straight stretch of track in the world. It's around about, I don't know, 4,000 miles. So he caught it from Perth and come across to Sydney. It's 4 nights, 5 days on the train, but the service is incredible. You get to see some great sights. So I've only done part, but last year I did. So that's east to west of the country, and then the Garn is north to south. And that's the train I caught last year, which was, I've done a lot of traveling in my time, and it's up there with one of the best train trips, certainly. So I encourage anyone who wants to go on a trip in a lifetime, come to Australia and go on one of those trains, because they're amazing journeys.
Definitely worth the 24 hours in a pressurized toothpaste tube, as Marty Jenkins so eloquently calls it.
Only 13 hours from LA.
Okay, yeah, only.
Or you can fly to Hawaii, have a couple of days there, and then it's 8-hour flight from Hawaii to Sydney.
There you go.
It's not that far.
It's doable. Yeah, get out there and try it out. And Drew is doing that, and it's great. He's going to be able to come by and see your layout as well. So, and we'll be seeing Drew. I say I'll be seeing Drew along with Joe Mame and Don Iris and Mark Herrick, all out at the Ops to Drop event out in Syracuse. So we'll be looking forward to doing that, and then getting an update from Drew and getting a report on your layout as well.
And Drew's going to see Justin Mitchell's Surfliner layout tomorrow morning as well. So we had Justin on a couple of months ago, and so Drew's excited to see that as well.
Excellent. Well, he's taking advantage of all his time there in Australia, and his ever so patient wife allowing all this train activity to go on while they're on vacation. So that's awesome too.
Yeah.
Let's before we get into giveaways and all of that, why don't we say hello to a few folks that have dropped by and are spending their Friday night / Saturday morning with us. You're already a little bit ahead of us over there on the other side of the international date line, but we got Trackside Mike stopping by and saying hello. We also have Chessie Railfan 4802 stopping by and saying hello as well. So a couple other hellos in here. BN Ironwood Railroad, good evening to you. Roger Coleman stopping by, good to see you, Roger. Jimmy Land also saying hello, as is MEC M211. Our good friend, the mystery man himself, Illinois Midland Railroad, checking in on Friday night. And so is David Matheny. And saw Todd Armstrong checking in, which is awesome. Floyd Robbins, the N&W South Branch, checking in, saying hello. Good to see you. Matthew Goodchild, good evening to you. Good to see you. And Paul went away, so maybe Paul will be back soon. Safe Tran, good to see you, and appreciate all the kind words there. Floyd Robbins, also saying hello to folks in the room. Paul, where'd you go?
I had a bit of an issue with live chat. It won't let me, so I hit a button and it dropped me out.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Kicked you right out. Well, all you missed is a couple hellos here from saying hello to some folks. Bruce Castle also stopping in. So throw your hellos there in the group. Good to see everybody, and glad you're able to spend a little bit of time with us tonight as we do our Operating Crew giveaway. For the folks that don't know, our operating crew is our Patreon-driven group that provides the financial support for our podcast and keeps it free of those annoying, I don't know, car insurance commercials, we'll say tonight, and all that irrelevant content. So glad you folks, and so humbled by your support, and glad to be able to give back to you by doing doing the operating crew giveaways every month. We've given away some really, really cool stuff over the last few months. And of course, December was our big month. We did over $3,000 worth of giveaways then. And this month is no exception to the awesome giveaways. Tonight we're going to be giving away a Tangent Scale Models PS2 2929 covered hopper in CSX colors. So we'll bring that up in just a few moments. A couple more hellos are coming in. We also see Art Dutra. Looking forward to seeing Art tomorrow, hopefully at the Nutmeg Division meeting. So I'll be attending that. And yeah, so glad you folks are stopping by and spending a little bit of time with us on a Saturday night.
Friday night, Ray.
Yeah, Friday night, Saturday morning, Friday night. Thank you so much. I'm already, well, it's got me messed up because I'm thinking about you being Saturday morning, and now I'm pushing us ahead. So I won't rush away the weekend. We're just starting the weekend here on this side of the international date line. So yeah, let's not rush the whole thing away. No, so let's get into talking about this awesome giveaway provided to us by Tangent Scale Models. Fortunately, David Lehlbach could not be with us here tonight, but he did provide us a very cool PS2. So let me back up and say this is a Pullman-Standard PS2 2929 cubic foot covered hopper in HO scale. We had David on our last What's Happening in Model Railroading, where we learned a whole bunch about tangent scale models, and he was kind enough to offer us up this incredible car. A lot of neat history on this car. I won't get into reading the entire thing, but I will tell you this. If you head to tangentscalemodels.com, you will find a whole bunch of history on this car. One of the things that Tangent does very well, besides making some really detailed models, is they provide some really awesome information on these models that they produce and get you really into the history. So head over to tangentscalemodels.com, check out this and all of their awesome offerings. This car was made available on February 14th, and in true Tangent style, as soon as it was announced, it was available. So I'm sure inventory is going fast. So if you don't win tonight, or even if you win tonight and this car needs some companions, head over to tangentscalemodels.com or your favorite hobby store that should be stocking Tangent Scale Models, and pick yourself up some really, really nice cars for your layout.
They're a really nice car, yeah, in such detail. We're so lucky, I guess, these days with the level of detail we have.
Yeah, and Tangent is definitely one of the leaders in that. Their attention to that very specific detail that we just crave now in the hobby. And we're so spoiled that we have manufacturers like them to produce this stuff. So another very cool car. So we got our good friend. Whoops. Let's click on that. Somebody else is saying, that it moved again. It's like a moving target. There he is. There's Mr. Don Iris checking in. So good evening to you, Don, and good to see you. So we're going to get the wheel of names up. We got 2 giveaways to do tonight, so stay tuned. We have our first one. Again, this is for the members of the operating crew, and we will pull up the wheel of names.
And I guess just a plug for ATLP Extra as well. We might talk about that after.
That's exactly what we're going to talk about after. So we're going to get this up here, and we've got, I got to get the other screen to line up. 179 names on the wheel of names, 179 members of the operating crew. Thank you so much for the support that you provide the podcast. again, allows us to continue growing the podcast and do all the things that help share the stories of all these amazing modelers around the world. So thank you so much for being a part of it. So without further ado, here we go. We'll spin the wheel and we'll give away this awesome Pullman-Standard PS2 2929 cubic foot covered hopper. Here we go.
We'll need a bigger wheel soon, Ray.
Ted Delorio. Ted Delorio, congratulations, is the winner of the Tangent Scale Models PS2 2929 cubic foot covered hopper. So, Ted, congratulations. This will look awesome on your layout. And thank you so much for your support of Around the Layout podcast. So, you had just mentioned ATLP Extra. ATLP Extra is our free monthly newsletter. In our free month, we've done 2. We just released one yesterday. Did you get yours in your email box, Paul?
Sure did, and it was a good read. Really enjoyed it.
We're having a lot of fun with the newsletter. Again, if you haven't signed up yet, you can sign up. You've been seeing that scroll at the bottom of the screen, and we've provided links in the note in the comments section, but it is very simple to find. It is atlpextra.com. Just that simple. Type in atlpextra.com. Go in, sign up. It is free. We will send you once a month our newsletter. We had some really cool submissions. We had Kyle LeBlanc with his lumber mill and talking about how he found some scrap plywood, some rotted plywood, and turned it into siding for that mill. We had a submission from James McNabb on backdrops. I shared an article about doing some upgrades on my layout. You shared one on some stuff you've learned recently on digital waybills. So, and much, much more. You can check that all out again, atlpextra.com. If you missed the March or the April newsletter, you can also go to atlpextra.com. Look at the menu at the top. You can click past issues. It'll take you down and you can look at those too. But make sure you sign up so that they're delivered to your email box every month on the 10th. So, and if you want to submit, go ahead, Paul.
No, I was just going to say that.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you go. You talk about how to submit. Go ahead.
And encourage anyone to submit an article and submit it to aroundthelayout.com to our email address. And, you don't have to write pages. It's really just 1 or 2 paragraphs and a couple of photos. It's a great way to, I guess, get your name in the newsletter. But it's something that Ray certainly and myself now are really keen to see the newsletter progress. So rather than myself writing and Ray, it'd be great to have more people to submit articles for the newsletter.
Absolutely. And you don't even have to email. And I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to show everybody if I can get this to share. When you go to atlpextra.com, you'll see right here at the top where you can subscribe. But right here, click submit an article and you can put all the information for the article, including the photos, right here, right on the website. So you don't even have to start drafting up an email. Just go right to our website, submit your article, and provide some pictures. We'll also do that as well. Now, the other thing that we do as part of the ATLP Extra is we do a prototype photo of the month. So if you are somebody who likes to go trackside and take some photographs and you have a great photo you'd like to share with us, here's the place to do it. Go ahead and fill out your name, email, and then give your image a title and then tell us about it. And then upload the image here, hit submit, and we will put it under consideration for the prototype photo of the month for the month of May. So get yourself into that. And like I said, if you've missed any past issues of ATLP Extra, the March and April ones are available here. And here we, no, it won't let me do that because it shares another screen, but you'll have to go there to check out the past newsletter. So go ahead and click on that. But again, get yourself signed up for email. It's a great way to stay tuned with all the folks that are part of the ATLP universe and who are willing to share so many great ideas and a little bit more bonus content from Around the Layout podcast. So again, atlpextra.com. Well, this month, as part of that, we also said that we were going to give away a locomotive. Our good friend Mike over at Wood Hog Railroad donated a locomotive, said he would like to help participate and get ATLP Extra underway. So we said if you signed up by the 10th, on or by the 10th, we were going to give away an HO scale Alco locomotive. This is an Alco Century. Oh boy, I meant to print this out, but I didn't. Paul, do you know, you're an Alco guy? You should be able to just rattle this one right off the top of your head.
I can't this one.
Oh.
It's a C6. We did talk about it.
We did talk about it, and I went to print it, and apparently it didn't print on my printer. So give me 1 second, and I'll tell you all about.
Yeah, C628 says Floyd, or MLW M630. Robert.
There we go. It is a Bowser Century C630M locomotive. Yeah. It is a Bowser HO scale.
And I've got
DCC sound, ESU loc sound. Sorry, I was just trying to see if I could find the rest of the information, but that's what it is.
As Don knows, I'm an Alco guy, and I've got 4 Bowser RS3s, and they're just amazing. The sound and how they operate. So it's a beautiful model.
Yeah, this is a very cool contribution by Mike over again at Wood Hog Railroad. He's HON3 guy, I think, or he does something. He does an off scale. So very cool stuff that he's doing. And we'll have to share a link at some point. We'll put it in the Facebook group and thank Mike properly for his contribution to Around the Layout podcast and ATLP Extra. So we'll be giving this locomotive away tonight. How we're going to do this giveaway, because the newsletter doesn't have everybody's name. It just has their email address. And because I didn't want to put everybody's email address up here on the wheel because we do respect your privacy and don't want to share it with everybody, what we are going to do is we're going to do it by number. And we have 243 signed up for the ATLP newsletter, which is an amazing number to get started with. Apparently, this drawing is also brought to you by Old Spice and whatever ads that the Wheel of Names wants to throw up here. Align 3-in-1 Biotic. You may want to check that out, Paul.
No problem. I might need it.
There you go. So we are going to give away this locomotive right now. Again, this is for the newsletter for atlpextra.com. Here we go. Okay, number 44. Now I got to go over to my trusty spreadsheet, and I'm going to look at number 44. And 44 is Mr. Alan Feldman. Alan Feldman, congratulations. You are the winner of the Bowser C. What was it, Paul? C630?
C630M.
Thank you very much. The Alco guy comes through and gets this taken care of. So, Alan Feldman, congratulations. And thanks to everybody who has signed up for the ATLP Extra newsletter, and appreciate their support. So any final words before we sign off tonight and let everybody get back to their Friday night / Saturday morning?
Just one thing, the ATLP car, HO box car, is currently still up in Queensland, and saw some photos yesterday of it on Ant Palmer's layout. So it's still there and traveling down to me, hopefully in the next few weeks. I think it'll get down, and I'll post some photos on my layout when it arrives.
Absolutely, absolutely. Got a couple comments of coming in. Ted just finding out what he won. Congratulations, Ted! You won the. We'll put another picture of it up there. So, Ted, that will be coming to you very soon from Tangent Scale Models. So, congratulations. And we had a couple other things in here. We'll have to. I think we're going to do a reveal for this and let you reveal it on your show. This is James Galton, and him and Trackside Mike every Monday night do off the rails Monday or off the tracks Monday? What do you guys call it? And you guys alternate between your two channels. I'm gonna let you reveal it on your channel. It's a great time on Monday night. I tune in almost every Monday night to check out what those guys are up to. So, Off the Tracks is the name of the show. Check out their two YouTube channels, Trackside Mike and Dundas Junction. And I think they alternate. Which Mike, why don't you tell me which channel it's going to be on this week, and we'll put up a quick link so that everybody can see it. We'll do good. But James is into bucket hats now. So, and those guys are always super supportive of Around the Layout podcast, and they seemingly almost every week are wearing something Around the Layout podcast wear. Well, when I saw James with a bucket hat, and then I went into our store and I found our availability, we have bucket hats available. So I made one available, sent him the first sample of it, and we'll make that also available. You can check that out in our fan shop. I don't know if we have a banner. And we do. aroundthelayout.com/shop. You can check that out right on our website. And I am going to, because I like to share all these cool things that are going on.
So much going on in the hobby.
I should have just known this one here, but I'm going to put the link in the chat here. If you haven't yet subscribed, there is the link in the in the comments. Click on that. Click on subscribe, and then also Dundas Junction does it on the alternate night. And you can find his YouTube channel as well. Actually, you know what? I'm going to find it right now because those guys are so good to me. I'm going to make sure I'm good to them and make sure we share both links. And then here we go. The second one I just posted is Dundas Junction's YouTube channel. Make sure you
subscribe to both of those.
Subscribe to both and check them out on Monday nights. They have a lot of fun, good chat. A lot of good folks stopping by, so definitely show them the support that they show us here at Around the Layout podcast. And check out, hopefully on Monday night, you'll get to see James' new Around the Layout podcast bucket hat. So check that out for sure. So,
yeah.
Well, in the infamous words of Trackside Mike, we're going to try to keep it on the tracks. I can't do that great voice he does. But we'll let everybody get back to their Friday night and their Saturday morning. Thank you so much for joining us here for our Operating Crew giveaway. If you're a member of the Operating Crew, thank you so much for your support. If you're not yet a member of the Operating Crew and you listen to the podcast and you say, boy, I think that's worth at least 3/4 a show, you can join the Around the Layout podcast crew by going to aroundthelayout.com/crew. Sign up for the Operating Crew. Not only do you get an entry into the monthly drawings, you also get an exclusive sticker. You get previews of upcoming shows. You get an invitation to our Tuesday night Operating Crew chat, where we get folks in there and we start talking pretty much everything model railroading for a good hour or more. We're even going to work on getting some special guests to come in there and give some exclusive Q&A sessions. So there'll be more on that coming soon. And what else? What else do we do for the Operating Crew?
Well, I was just going to say the Tuesday night chat is really good. We get 25, 30 operators in there and discuss everything from prototype to modeling to how we operate. It's really worthwhile. The $3 a month is just, you know, you get that every week. So good value.
Yeah, and we keep the truck conversation on the rails and out of the ditch, and we keep it from catching on fire for sure. It's all kind of on topic and a lot of fun with a lot of fun folks. So if you are into all of that, join the operating crew. And again, aroundthelayout.com/crew. On behalf of Paul Kassar and myself, we thank you for being with us here on this giveaway. And we look forward to seeing you again next month with another awesome giveaway for our operating crew. Until then, take care. Have a great night.
Bye all.